On my end, excited na po akong bumalik sa court. Namimiss ko na yung paglilitis ng kaso. At wala kaming nakikitang sagabal sa trial. The Senate as an impeachment court has already set the pre-trial and the trial of the case, and we will respond accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you po. Last from my end, to Prosec Lawrence Defensor. Sir, hi. Kahit po napurnada ng isang buong taon yung impeachment case laban kay VP Sara Duterte, you remained with your stand na yung grave threats pa lang ay enough na for conviction. Pero sir, playing devil's advocate lang, maraming nagpapaugong ng naratibo na hindi naman daw na-consummate yung banta dahil lang ang pagkakalagay daw ng premise, dapat may mangyari munang masama sa vice-presidente bago niya gawin. Pero sir, isn't that a moral disregard and also a legal disregard of the threat that already happened? At paano nyo po titindigan na dito pa lang ay dapat guilty na si VP Sara Duterte, sir?
Abangan nyo na lang sa trial kung paano namin ipipresenta para makumbinsi kita.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Earl. We will now call Gab Lalo from Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Hello po. Yung tanong ko premised on the fact na si VP Sara Duterte noon sabi niya gusto niya ng hearing sa Congress para ma-defend niya na hindi siya pumunta. And then sabi niya before na gusto niya rin ng bloodbath sa Senate pero hindi pa natin nakikita yon kung pupunta siya. Possible po bang mag-proceed yung trial without the Vice President attending or her legal team participating in the trial?
And under the Senate rules, even if the Vice President would opt not to attend, kahit hindi siya mag-attend or kahit hindi siya mag-file ng answer o kahit walang defense team nagdumating, trial will still continue. Those instances will only be considered as an entry of a plea of not guilty. So ulitin natin, kahit hindi dumating ang Vice Presidente, kahit hindi siya mag-file ng answer, kahit hindi dumating yung defense lawyers nila, tutuloy pa rin ang trial. Ang magiging effect lang nitong instances na to, it will be considered as an entry of a plea of not guilty.
So yung mga judges po ang mag-e-enter parang po sa court proceedings, sila po ang mag-e-enter ng plea for the Vice President. Ganun po ba yan?
It is deemed an entry of not guilty, but the rule does not say that the senator judges will be the one to make that entry.
Ma'am, on that point, kung magtutuloy yung trial, kasi if I remember correctly, nung proceedings po natin sa House Committee on Justice, parang si Congressman Chuay nagsabi na, kaya naman nag-rule yung committee na may probable cause dahil wala naman prinesentang ebidensya yung defense to counter the evidence presented sa mga sa mga complaints. Should it happen na hindi mag-present hindi pumunta si VP Sara and her counsel, does this mean that the senator judges would have no basis to acquit her? Dahil hindi naman po nagpresenta ng ebidensya.
Well, it still depends on the appreciation and judgment of the senator judges, no? But of course, it is very hard to conceive how you will consider the defense of the respondent vice president if not a single evidence is being presented, no? Tama ka dun sa pangyayari sa Justice Committee, the threshold is very low, probable cause lang, which is reasonable justification to be able to proceed to trial. Wala ni isang ebidensya ang naipresenta ng Vice President. As a matter of fact, she and her lawyers did not appear. So, all the evidence of the complainants appear as unrebutted, unquestioned, uncontroverted. And considering that the threshold is only probable cause, of course it is reasonable to anticipate that there will be a finding of probable cause. Now, with regards to the trial, if they will not be appearing, it will depend really on the appreciation and judgment of the senator judges if the evidence of the prosecution, considering the absence of the evidence of the defense, will be enough for them to render a judgment of conviction.
Pero is it safe to say that VP Sara would put herself at a disadvantage if she would not attend? Kasi ito na yung last chance niya to dispute or refute the evidence.
I believe that it will be disadvantageous for her if she will not be presenting her evidence, because there's already evidence presented by the complainant, and the same evidence will be presented before the impeachment court. If this evidence will continue to be unrebutted, uncontroverted, there is a possibility that the senator judges will be appreciating the evidence in favor of conviction. But of course, as I have said earlier, it will depend entirely on the appreciation and judgment of the senator judges.
So, ma'am, sorry, last question on my end. Is it possible, ibig sabihin po ba possible na ma-acquit pa rin si VP Sara despite the defense panel not presenting any evidence kasi it is up to the senator judges?
As far as we are concerned, the evidence of the prosecution is strong. Pero kung dadating yung sitwasyon na ebidensya lang ng prosecution ang malalatag at walang ebidensyang mailalatag ang defense, perhaps for the reason that they will not appear, that will be an exclusive judgment of the senator judges. But of course, the sovereign Filipino people will be watching. If there is no evidence from the defense and only the evidence of the prosecution are presented, yes, it is an exclusive judgment of the senator judges, but let us all be reminded that the sovereign Filipino people will be watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Gab. Red Mendoza from Manila Times.
Ma'am, I they hated the impeachment possible vice president. They are not, ayaw nila na, hindi nila boses yung nangyari sa impeachment trial. Filipinos, some of the Filipinos that voted for you don't agree with what's happening with the impeachment trial. What's your thought po na hindi lahat ng mga bumoto sa inyo or lahat ng constituents ninyo ay pabor sa impeachment trial? And again, 32 million voted for the vice president. Are you scared of a pushback from the 32 million who supported the vice president? Notwithstanding na yung mga sinasabi ng mga ng voting doon sa House ay maraming Mindanaoan daw ang bumoto, which is equivalent daw doon sa population ng bumoto sa kanila. But that is not the case. Kasi some of the people I've talked to, they said hindi nila gusto yung nangyayari ngayon sa impeachment.
Alam mo kasi what you should remember, this is a constitutional duty. By duty, this is not our choice. This is obligatory on our part to push for this proceeding, no? This is not a question of gusto ba namin o ayaw namin. No. This is a duty, and therefore we have no choice but to push forward.